animal in the world, and we get these around the UK coast, around Iceland, around Norway, so they are a possibility. So they're longer than the minke whale, twice as long, but their dorsal fin is probably twice as short. As big as these whales get, as they increase up to the blue whales, the dorsal fin goes and gets smaller. So the fin whale has this very large lump here, which protects the blowhole. It has different coloration on one side to the other side, which is really unusual, asymmetric coloration. So they have a white right side and a dark left side, and that's on the baleen as well. So if you ever get to see a baleen, you can tell which side of the fin whale it was. But the best way to see this whale is because from all the whales I've mentioned so far, this one has the tallest blow, and it can be up to 6 meters. So you can see that from a long way away. So when we're all out on deck on this trip, which I hope you come out, these are the things that we're looking for. Firstly, as I've just mentioned, blows. This is the animals expelling used air. A little bit of seawater gets involved in that, and it makes this big blow. We're also looking for splashes. This could be dolphins approaching the bow of the ship. So any unusual splashes, we check those out. And can everybody see something on this bottom photo? It's a very good photo, I hope you agree, because I took this one from a very small boat. But if you can just see here, who saw that? Okay, just seeing who I want out on deck, because you'll be the porpoise spotters, which are one of the hardest things to see. So you can see in sea states like this, that's what we're looking for. Sometimes they'll be a lot closer, and they do occasionally breach out of the water when they're very excited, but not very often. So that's the bottom picture. Fins. And then, of course, we're looking for the birds. That's because, I'm sure you agree, birds are very interesting, or birdie people will anyway. They're very different to the birds that we have on land. They have very different lifestyles. They also, like the other sea mammals, take a long time to reach maturity. For instance, this one doesn't lay an egg until it's 7 years old, and then it will only lay 1 egg. So you can see they're very different to the garden birds that might have 7 chicks twice in the spring and summer. So they're quite interesting animals, and also obviously quite vulnerable to the same things as the cetaceans, the word we'll all be using now on the ship. So some of these seabirds I'll just go through so you know what you're looking for. This is the northern gannet. This is our largest breeding seabird. Then we also have the kittiwake, which is one of our smallest gulls. This one is the northern fulmar, and it has these very straight wings and is actually related to the albatross. And then this is our skua, bonxi, great skua. And they have these lovely white wing flashes, but they also go around attacking all these other birds, even ones that are bigger than them. These seabirds, they are great to watch because they are really interesting and they do some funny behaviors sometimes, but they are also looking out for the dolphins for us. We don't employ them. They're just hoping to steal some of the food. So if we start seeing these birds kind of circling, diving, and the diving's continued and it's moving along, very, very likely that there's something bringing food to the surface. It could be a whale and it could be a dolphin. So worth watching areas when there's lots of activity. Some more birds, and we've had some of these this morning already. We've had some terns. We've had Manx shearwaters. We've had some guillemots, and we can hear the chicks calling for the dad to feed them from the front of the ship. And we'll also get some of the other auks as well. I have to point out this isn't to scale. We don't have the great auk back. That's actually a puffin. Just a slightly bigger photo, quite scary really. Also, hopefully, popping up out to sea, we might get the grey seal, this one, that has the lovely white fluffy coat pups. Or we might get one of the common harbour seals, slightly smaller and more of sort of a browny or tanny colour and a very pretty face. So we could get either of those on the shore or out in the middle of the sea, because like all the other animals I've showed you, they're built to live in the sea no matter what the weather, unlike us. So what can you do on this trip? Well, we're going to be out on the sun deck, which is above the bridge. And we're going to be looking for these animals, and we're going to help you spot these animals, and we can also answer any questions that you have about them as well. So please come out and join us out on the sun deck, and we'll be carrying out the survey, but we also have plenty of time to talk to people and show them all the animals out there. If you'd like to support the work of the charity, we do have a membership, and we have membership forms here, or you can just come and ask us any time on the cruise. And membership starts at as little as £2 a month, which is about the price of a packet of crisps in Norway by the sounds of it. And that's about £24 a year. And if you join up by direct debit, you also get this fantastic guide so that you can come back and tell us more than we know about all the whales, dolphins and porpoises. And so you get that for free. And it's worth about £12. So, and it is actually the best book. I'm not biased at all. Also, you can find out more about things that you might like to do to get involved as well with the charity, and we really do encourage that. So thank you very much for listening. If you have any questions, myself and Tracy are going to be here for a little while, so please come over and ask us, or please stop us when you see us around on the boat as well, and you can ask anything you want about the marine wildlife. Thank you very, very much for coming.